Hello, welcome to the Rick Mark channel. The beer's always cold, language fucking sucks, my shit's always broken, your opinion doesn't matter. Porkfest 2022, it's July 29th to 30th, and you got till June 1st to tell me if you're coming or not. Perfect. Good and you, not so bad. What are you doing today, Rick? Well, old Bertha is on the hoist and the tiller is mounted. So, previous video, we did a little dinking around. We had to fix the busted frame up there. That busted mount, we got all that straightened out-ish. If you get underneath here, now that's on a hoist, get underneath here, you can see where it got tweaked. See how that one sits in there nice? And this one got pulled. It's pulled a little bit, but that's all right. It'll work. It'll be fine. So we got that welded. Both of these line up. You can see that one sits, it just sits a little bit off on, it's a little bit crooked in this. It'll get Luke all triggered and shit, but it actually lines up good. So now we had, I had picked up a 50-inch belt from the hardware store while I was there, and that seemed like it was up a little too high. So we got a 51-inch belt when Napa came, and I think the 50 would work, but we got the 51, so we're not quite the same angle on the pulley, angle on the dangle. I think that'll work out fine. So now we picked up this spring, so we can use that as a tensioner. The cam comes in there. So that cam's over, drives that down. So we need to put some tension on this, but I don't have a tensioner. That assembly seems like it was not included with the tiller and all of that. Thankfully, the linkage for the tensioner was there, or the tensioner assembly was there. Otherwise, you're kind of fuckered on that too. So we got some miscellaneous hardware over there that we picked up at the hardware store, and we'll make one. All right, so remember when I fixed the lawnmower the other day? That is the sleeve that was for the pulley on the lawnmower deck. That one. We made a new one that was a little heavier duty and larger diameter on this part. So we got that left over it, so I don't throw shit away. We got this bolt that'll work out. We got a link for a chain, and we got a piece of threaded rod. Let's make ourselves a tensioner. All right, so we got our threaded rod with our end welded on there, our chain link. Took our bolt, welded the sleeve to it like that. Look at that chicken shit. Huh? I don't know what this is. Not steel. Pot metal, cast iron, whatever. Either it's just got so much oil in it, but it fucking popped and smoked, and we had to crank the heat up and turn the gas up a little bit. That's all right. So back here, there's these brackets in the back. When I'm done, I'll give you a better look here. That we're gonna stick. What about on the inside? On the inside, right? Yeah, it'll work better that way. Go this way. And yeah, or that way. Yeah, it sticks out further that way. Voilà. Perfect. So I'm gonna take this. We hook it on our spring, or we do it after the fact. Whatever. So we go that way. Then we put this thread the nut on the end here. I thought I had a bunch of 5/16 nuts down the pole bar. Got 1/4 and 3/8, but I don't have shit for 5/16. But I scrounged around and I found 2, so at least I can put one on there and then put a jam nut on it, so that way that can't come loose, because underneath here it'll probably run loose from vibration if you don't jam nut it. Okay. So now that that's there, we can go ahead and snug this one up. Or part way anyway, because this is we put a nylock nut on this one. So again, that way it doesn't want to come loose so easy. And I'll tell you what, being able to stand under here and work on this stuff is just too fucking convenient almost. So I'll grab a 1/2 inch, 2 halves I should say. Feller's gotta get a video in the pipe for later, otherwise everybody will be screaming at me because I didn't upload a video today. It's been such a nice day that I didn't really wanted to do that shit, but whatever. Try to get one uploaded here. So we're running a second nut on. Now I can I just want to get some stretch in this spring. Gotta see some daylight in that. I'm not sure how much I need to put on it. That seems like it's not that tight yet, so we'll give her a ways. Oh, yeah. Okay. Pulled about 6 inches on that thing. Damn that. I'm gonna leave. There's a pretty good section back here, but that way we can run it back and forth as we need to. Hopefully that'll be tight enough. If necessary, we can adjust and make a different style tensioner, but I kind of want that spring in there in case you jam the tiller. You have a little resistance to slip that belt, hopefully, and not smoke the clutch. It's kind of my theory there. So there's a closer look at what we got going on. You can see we used that bracket there. I'm assuming there was some type of tensioner like that. I can only assume. Feller was going to dig around and see if he could find a PDF for it, but I didn't get that far, so it is what it is. We're making it work now. Next step is going to be, we put oil in it. It takes about 1.6 quarts to get her full. We're running straight 30 weight in it because it's going to be summer, and then we're going to dump it in a couple hours anyway. And then we got to check all our final drives, transmissions, all that stuff. If the oils look good, we're going to let them go right now, just so we can test everything out and see how it goes. This one, we got to clean all the debris out of here, get that cleaned out. I did notice this old girl's got a little play in her, and I don't know how tight they were from the factory. That's a pretty small gearbox to ask that much tolerance to be tight. So we'll check the gear oil and that and see, and we'll run it, see if it leaks, see how it works, if it needs seals and bearings and all that stuff. I guess we burn that bridge when we get there. So I'm going to edit a video, get it uploading, and I'll bring you back. Video's in the pipe. It's working on it. And it's time for a beer because I'm not doing anything else today. I'm not doing any customer pay today anyway. I gotta go pick one up, but I can have one beer. It's only a mile down the road. So we're gonna pull all this garbage out of here. I'm assuming these seals probably got wrecked from grass and twine and debris and whatever else, just like anywhere else. Especially if somebody was trying to do something maybe they shouldn't have been with this, but which would be why she's a little bit fucking sloppy in the back end. Oh yeah. I'm hoping the electric clutch is good on this engine too, by the way. That's be good, huh? I gotta clean my needle nose off. Everything I can off that. We want to be able to get a good look at these seals when we first run it. And I kind of want to look at it anyway, just to... I don't know if that's excessive or not. I'm going to grab a wrench for that. We're going to check the gear oil. The gentleman that I bought it from, who wasn't really certain the last time this thing was used, so... Half inch?
Nope.
$12 millimeter, sort of. Crescent wrench. Yep. So this is your check plug. It has a drain plug here, check plug there, and a fill plug up on top, so you can open this up and actually fill it up there if you needed to. I'm interested to see if there's anything left in here. Well, it definitely has gear oil in it. So that's a good sign. You can see it on the plug there. And the gears are wet from me rolling it around earlier. So what I'm probably going to do is I have a jug of gear oil up here. Or at least, well, I thought I did. Fuck. So I got gear oil, jug, and it uses a filler. I got a couple of drums of gear oil, and I'm trying to think if I have a barrel pump. I know I have a barrel pump. Just don't know where the hell it is. Huh. I'll dig around and maybe we do a members only search for the barrel pump. I know I have one, but I don't know where the fuck it is. I haven't used it in forever. All right, so I went down to the pole barn and I know I have a barrel pump. Maybe it's in the Yukon. I know I have a brand new barrel pump in the box somewhere, but I found a fucking 5-gallon bucket pump. So that's what we're using. We're putting some power transmission EP gear lube ISO 320 full synthetic by Amsoil. We got the tiller filled up. I'm pretty sure most of it's coming back out. After looking at it, she's probably gonna need an overhaul here. We're gonna have to bust her open and put some bearings in it and tighten her up, but whatever. So the gearbox is full on that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the grease gun, hit that grease zerk. There's one on the U-joint up there. And I think there's a couple on here, isn't there? Is there one on here? No, not there. One in that U-joint. I thought there was ones for the bearings on there, but they must be sealed. So let's grab a grease gun and we'll start greasing this thing. We already changed the oil. And when we get it down, we'll check the transmissions, the bull gears, and the rear end. Most of these are such a small, we're working in such a small joint here that they ain't gonna take much for grease. For instance, this U-joint ain't very big. You're not gonna be able to shove much grease in it. Where? I thought there was a... Oh yeah. Here it is. Come see me. Perfect. We can grab the ones on the back of the spindles there. If Luke don't see me do it, it didn't happen, so he'll fucking scream at me. Camera angle's wrong. Ah! Fucking cry me a fucking river. Build me a bridge to get over it. Here you go. I think my battery's getting low. Okay, we can start lowering this thing down. We'll check the rest. Steering linkage. That is pretty much it on this thing. There's a lot of dry pivoting points on this, not a lot of grease zerks. I shouldn't say dry pivoting points. There's a lot of ungreased pivot points on this. So happy note that I found down in the fucking down in the pole barn when I was digging for barrel pump. Found the bucket pump. I also found a little goldenrod oil can. Hastings, Nebraska, made in the USA, and it works. So we'll be able to go through and fucking give her a little squirt here and there. That should make Luke fucking. That should make you fucking happy, Luke, for one fucking time in life. Look at that thing. How nice is that thing, too? Shit. And it's even got a little oil in it. Look at that motherfucker, huh? Yeah. So a lot of this stuff, like your little pivot points, I know a lot of fucking guys, you know, back in the day used to give her a little, you know, every one of them just get a little drizzle in there, you know, versus going around with your aerosol can. So, yeah. Come on, Luke, you got to be fucking happy about this one, huh? Something's got to make your fucking day one of these years. Shit. We can even go in the little pivot joint here. Pivot joint there. Oh, look at that shit, Luke. Look at that shit. Give you one there. They don't have any grease there, so we give it a little oil there. Oh, fucking just love it, right? Oh, yeah. You gotta like it. Perfect. Fucking, you should just be happier than a pig in shit. You know, minus the fact that I'm gonna use the crescent wrench to check the rest of the fucking differential and stuff, but whatever. You know, pick your fucking battles, bud. I'm just telling you. Pick your fucking battles. How's that? We'll even get the little fucking wrench shifter or control lever. Perfect. Huh? Come on, Luke. You gotta be happy about that. Something should at least make you fucking crack half a fucking chuckle or something for fuck's sake. Let's get the rest of it. Check plug here. Ooh. That one looks like it's been run pretty fucking dry. So our fill plug is up here. It don't look like there's been much going on in there for a while. That's a little concerning to me. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna see where. Well, maybe it's not as low as I thought. So we'll find out in a second here. Hi, wife. Huh? I said hi, wife.
The sun goes behind the, oh, that's really.
Oh, we're a half cord into it anyway. Making YouTube.
Oh.
That's what I do now. I think we got a little ways to go yet. So I'm assuming this side was pretty near empty because I had to refill the bottle, and I'm guessing it takes about a quart to fill it because that's about where I'm at right now, and it's right to the bottom of the hole. So we're good on one side. So I don't know if somebody drained all these fluids and they put it in storage, or went to storage, or what. It's not usually common to drain differentials like that, but this is why we check everything, guys. This is why you gotta check when you're running stuff. Don't just jump on it and throw her in gear and go. Just you gotta go through all these things and do your checks and make sure everything's working right and make sure everything's correct. Don't just get on them and go, because this is what happens. You start finding empty gearboxes, and we'll have to be looking for leaks. Again, I want to run this tiller. This tiller's probably gonna need a bearing overhaul. What the fuck is that? I don't know what's going on over there. Wind blowing in the window, moving stuff around. I don't know. Okay. Left side's done. We'll do the right side. Same process, and Luke can just take my word for it that I'm actually going to check it. Then we'll check rear differential, and we have the 3-speed transmission there, 3-speed transmission there, and we have the steering box to check. We get those done, I think we'll be ready for a test run. Okay, so we got everything checked. But I noticed we got a pretty good puddle forming down there already. So we're gonna raise this thing up, figure out where that's coming from. Whether it was just residual that I spilled and it ran off, I don't know. We got the transmission checked, the rear differential checked, the bull gears checked, the gearbox checked on the tiller. We changed oil in the motor. Most of the gearboxes on this were pretty much empty, so we don't have to worry too much about changing those because they were empty to start with. I think we have a problem here. Let's see. grab a rag. We might have bigger problems. So, oh yeah, we got bigger problems. These studs, nuts, oh fuck. So those should be tight, like these. And I'm assuming that they should have been studded to the inside of that. They're not. They're effing loose. That's going to be a problem. It usually means we're going to have to pull a whole bull gear side off to be able to get in there and tighten those up. I don't think I'll be able to get them tight otherwise, so the saga continues.